Alright, my PC fans, welcome back to the Spotlight Review Station, and we're not going to sugarcoat it, we're going to get straight in with another Star Wars Black Series action figure review. Why do I keep putting it so far out of distance? Now that I got it back up here, let's take a good look at what we have here. It is Zuckuss, which is, well, that was horrible. Let's try that again. Alright, my P's and P-Pets, welcome back to the Spotlight. Oh wait, we already did that. So anyway, what we got here is a Disney Store exclusive Star Wars The Black Series action figure, 6-inch scale in case you were wondering. And this happens to be the next bounty hunter in the line, which is Zuckuss. Well, Zucks to be me, right? I mean, after the viewership in the last video review, why do I even bother? Seriously, guys, what's going on here? Where'd you go? Anyway, let's take a good look at the packaging as per take of every single video review on this channel. And here we got a nice profile image of the character here, making up the front of the packaging. Looks pretty good. Here we got Star Wars The Black Series. There's no open window here for the top of the packaging, so light is going to be limited on the guy. There's the name of the character, Zuckuss, ages 4+, warning choking hazard, Hasbro's logo. Where's Takara Tomy? Oh wait, this ain't Transformer. On this side of the packaging where I got it crooked here, you can pretty much see that it's got the character's name, but no number because it's an exclusive. And let's not forget that this is the red tape series, as I call it. On the other side of the packaging, here we got Zuckuss, and behind that, Zuckuss! On the back of the packaging, we got Star Wars The Black Series. I'm guessing that's the item number right there. We got a bio for Zuckuss, the bounty hunter himself, so pause the viewer and read it if you want, in multiple languages. As you can see, in the USA it's quite cheap, but in Canada, not so much. And the rest of the stuff that's on the back of the packaging is basically your licensing and all that kind of stuff. So we're done here. Let's get rid of it. Wow, that went far. Okay guys, here's Zuckuss out of his packaging, and he looks pretty good, doesn't he? Right, until you realize, yeah, this is actually a pretty small action figure that costs double the price of a Black Series figure. But that negative toss aside, it is a pretty cool looking action figure with a very nice soft goods robe here, which is not see-through. See this one? Huh? You know which one this is? You should. We do have a nice fly looking head here, obviously by the character's design from the movie, right? I'm talking about The Empire Strikes Back, with the only scene that I remember him being in was the meeting on board Darth Vader's Star Destroyer, where all the bounty hunters were in a group hearing about the substantial reward, who finds the Millennium Falcon. So anyway, here's a look at the back of the figure so you can see all the details that it has to offer here, and the sculpting is pretty nice. Got some silver paint here for this box. This tube here is black, but that's the color of the plastic itself. It looks like this belt here should be removable, but it's not. It's actually glued down, and that's unfortunate because I'd love to see what kind of body is actually underneath this robe here. Well, I guess what we could do is flip it up just a little bit and see what the detail is underneath. And as you can see, they didn't skip out. The detail on it is pretty good. Cheap out, they did not. As you can see, they do have some nice details here on the arm. It's actually the same color as the actual head, which, bleh, that head, man. Regardless though, I'm very glad for the asking price of $25 here from Disney Store exclusive that Hasbro did keep in mind that this is not supposed to be a cheapo here when it comes to the design and the execution. One extra thing that I want to address about the details on the figure is actually the soft goods robe here, because as you can see, it does have some nice spots on it, which is pretty accurate to what it looked like on the screen counterpart. The only thing that's a little throw off here on this robe is actually the stitching. As you can see, it's kind of obvious here. I mean, if only these seam lines were actually just a little more flat, maybe not raised up so much. You know what, forget it, I'm just gonna let it slide. And of course we got some good details here on the hands, or should I say the gloves. I think they're gloves, because yeah, they're gloves. And the head, as you can see, we got some nice highlights going on with the silver spots for the eyes, and behind that it's just a dark grayish color. And as you can see, I'm guessing his nose here, or maybe it's his mouth, does have this like speaker thing. He's got some nice wrinkles and blackwashing here at the top of the head. Kind of looks like a brain, actually, which is weird. He's got this tank here that I'm guessing is supposed to give him oxygen because maybe he's not breathable to our actual air. These tubes that are coming from his head actually go all the way back. As you can see, they end up back here, right around this area. I don't know where exactly they're heading in, but hey, whatever. It's a nice attention to detail. That's all I can say. His pocket pouches and everything else down here, it's pretty much weathered up, so it looks like he's been through a little bit of some combat, or when he's on the hunt, maybe some change in the weather. I mean, come on, people. I'm sure he's possibly been around Tatooine every now and then, so, you know, sand gets all over the place. So let's go through the articulation real quickly on this fly dude. He does have a ball-jointed head, as you can see. We got universal shoulder joints. You get this much inward and outward. Probably get a full rotation, but it's kind of hindered because of the robe, obviously. You got a bicep swivel cut. You got double jointed elbows, which is nice. There's a rotation at the wrist. You got a hinge joint this way to move up and down. He does have a upper torso ball joint, which is quite good, especially with all this armor in the way here. The legs can get this much kicking forward, which is good. Get this much going back. And believe it or not, you actually do get a full JCVD split. So there's your seal quality, people. Woohoo! He does actually have a thigh swivel cut. The only problem is it's pretty tight on this figure, and I definitely don't want to force it, but you can see that line right there, so it is present. The figure does have double jointed knees, as you can see. You get as much as you can possibly get. The feet have some nice articulation with this much going up and down for the hinge. And then, of course, you got your very nice ankle rocker pivot, which Hasbro knows what they're doing here, people. Right, so as you can see, his right hand here is actually sculpted in a handing position. Yeah, sure, let's get a handshake. What I meant to say is that the hand is actually sculpted in a gripping position where it could probably hold a weapon, but not his blaster, because his trigger finger is actually right here on his left hand. So obviously this character must be left-handed. And I will say that getting the blaster in his hand is a little bit of a fight here, because it's a very tight grip. And it's not very soft either. And taking a quick look at the blaster itself, you can see it's got some nice details on it with a little bit of some highlights of brown here to touch it up and not make it just look plain. And as I pointed out in the articulation department, he does have that hinge to allow his hand to be holding the blaster in a more natural position. Right, hopefully that was enough time to get a good look at the action figure himself, but it's time to move on with some comparisons. So let's dare to compare with Black Series Boba Fett and IG-88, Jango Fett and Greedo, 4-LOM and Broodwing. Final thoughts on this action figure: it's a definitely must-have if you're a Black Series collector or you're into the bounty hunters as it is and you're trying to collect them all. Regardless though, there is the problem with this figure being a store exclusive. Only means that it's going to be hard to come by and the scalper prices are going to go insane. However though, I have heard that at the Disney store this figure is actually pretty easy to find, as it's taken up most of the shelves. That's what other people are telling me as it is, but I don't have a Disney store around here, so unfortunately I can't be the judge of that. If you have no problem paying a little extra for this Black Series figure, which is actually quite a small figure, and I really don't remember the character being so small, but that's my lack of knowledge of any of the bounty hunters minus Boba Fett and IG-88 and maybe Greedo. Yeah, sure, by all means, pick him up. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. Just don't be complaining about the size. So questions and comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Don't forget to throw in the towel. And until then, my friends, this is the unprofessional toy reviewer Hasbro signing off by saying, when the opportunity persists, don't give up on your dreams, seize the moment. Thank you for watching.